I just think we have to take this in before I actually load into the game. I have 642 hours played on MX vs ATv Reflex. And if we do the math, that means, well, what we have to do, 642 divided by 24 hours. I have spent 26.75 days on MX vs ATv Reflex, which is over 7% of a year. So throughout my lifetime, I've spent definitely over...
Holy crap, man.
I've spent over 7% of a year, one whole year playing Reflex. That is crazy. The last time I played it was 26/02/2019. So what is that, February of 2019? Holy crap, man, it has been a while, but we're back home. MX vs ATv Reflex, guys. Make sure you smash that thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Other than that, throw any comments down below. It's gonna be a chill video. Let's get on with getting back into our roots, man. The good old days of MX vs ATv Reflex, the iconic game Reflex, man. I love it. Roll the intro. This video is specifically for KTM, man. KTM said,
go ahead, play your favorite game, man. Play Reflex. Well, here we go.
Here we go, man. Just for you, we're playing Reflex. The title of this video is probably gonna be a joke just for KTM. So here we go, man. I figured we would just hop in and, I mean, do some racing, probably do some whips. It's Reflex. I think I'm gonna do one race on a nationals track, one race on a Supercross track. And when I say a nationals track, I mean like your standard nationals track that comes in the game. We're gonna put the AIs on all time and we're gonna do 3 laps on Pine Top. And it's actually crazy to see where this game stands. I mean, so many years later, obviously graphics and everything have gotten way better in, I mean, any game. Whether it's Reflex, the MX vs ATv series, I mean, any game. I would say they're starting to get better and better and better. I wouldn't say starting. They've been getting better ever since, I mean, Alive, which came out after this game. Holy guys, it feels so different. Considering I used to be like flying through this track, Pine Top is probably one of my favorite national tracks in the game. Man, I cannot play this game. It feels so different. The thing about Reflex is it's just like a fast, flowy game. You absolutely just have to flow around every track. If you're going slow, trying to like take your line slow and take your time,
you ain't gonna be winning races.
Especially online. You had to be full sending it, holding it wide open, scrubbing jumps, throwing whips, and finding your flow around the track. Especially because there's no like preload or anything. It really was about finding, I mean, your flow. And whoever had the best flow and made the least mistakes could pull off those wins. If I'm being honest, the first thing I noticed is that it feels like we're like moving really slow on the ground. Like, it doesn't feel like we're moving that fast at all. Okay, that is a tough walk. But I know when I used to play this track, I would get all pumped and, oh, okay, jump right off track like that and go down. Clearly, even in this game, it's my favorite game. That doesn't mean I'm not a goon, man. Nah, I just haven't, think about it. I haven't played this game in so long. And back in the day, I would come home from school, play this game. Wake up, play this game. It was my life. Live, breathe, sleep, Reflex. But back in the day, I tried to hit lap times under 2 minutes on this track, which I actually don't think, oh my goodness, but I don't really think it's that hard to do. I think we just have to actually, I mean, make it around the track without going down, and we will complete that little challenge. I think my fastest lap might be like a 147, which is actually crazy. Right now, I feel like I have no control over the bike, just because, I think it's just because you have so much control over the bike in this game that, coming from like Supercross and games where the bike is pretty stiff, it feels like I'm getting sketchy. It feels like I'm like losing control and about to go down, but you're really not. It's just the way Reflex plays. Now that I'm looking at it, my fast lap, man, it might even be down at like a 143. I wonder if we could check in any way. I could probably try and check if that is possible. Oh, that's gonna ruin any chances I have at hitting a hot lap, hitting that little tough block right there. That is a bummer. If I'm being honest though, like considering this game, like I said earlier, it's coming up on being 10 years old. The game 1, okay, I messed this up, but the game 1 looks amazing. I cannot stay on the track. And 2, it handles so good. Like the physics are so good in this game. As perfect example right there. Now Supercross has me a little worried, especially because Supercross can be a little sketchy. Now we're gonna play Fort Dodge round 2 because this was probably my favorite Supercross track within the game, and hopefully we get an outside gate. Oh, we're inside. Now I want to try something here. I want to see if I can hit this line. There is a line that you can hit if you come all the way to the outside here. Oh man, I think the AIs might get in my way. But you can quad. Okay, that did not work, but you can actually quad right there. You can quad into that section. But man, Fort Dodge round 2, definitely one of my favorite tracks. I think it's because there's so many like different lines for you to hit. Like right here, I messed up that triple in, and I should have went to the inside and hit the double. But right here, you can stretch out this triple and make it a triple double and crash right to the ground. This was one of the craziest sections as well. A jump up into the stands. Like at this point in time, as I go off track again, at this point in time, no other track was like this. Like this track kind of came out and set, like, I wouldn't say a new standard, but it definitely brought like a new possibility to the playing field with having these two sections, man, that go up into the stands. Like racing on this track in online was so fun. Coming up through this section, you would come here and like whip down, look behind you, and there'd be like a whole army of guys coming. It was just too cool, man. And I think that might be one of the reasons why this track in particular kind of stuck out in my mind in this game. Like I love this track, I always have. It was one of my favorites when Reflex was the game. I loved Fort Dodge round 2, and I think that's the reason. Like it's different, it's unique, and there's even like big lines you can hit, like right here. Are we gonna make it? No way. That was a huge line. So we just turned that triple into a quad, and then yep, okay, going off track again.
I've come to talk with you again.
But I really do think that this section here kind of, like, I want to say set some standards, but definitely inspired some of the things you see in Supercross, like that one corner that goes up into the stands. Man, I wouldn't say this inspired it, but at the same time, this was kind of like the first time we ever saw something like that 9 years ago. All the split sections, like right here, if you go to the outside, you actually just triple up into this stand section, and it's crazy. Like, I don't even know, man. It's just nostalgia. I think it's just all the nostalgia coming back, because I spent hours, I guarantee it, hours of my life here on this track. And at the beginning of the video, when we were doing like the calculations there to figure out how long I've played Reflex, well, you also have to consider that that's only on PC. I played Reflex for hours, for days. I guarantee you days of Reflex beforehand on my Xbox, before I even had a PC. And I loved the game so much that I wanted to get it for custom tracks on PC. So that's kind of some backstory, some history, and kind of how I got into PC gaming. And then that, if anything, kind of brought me here, because I got into the moto community with Reflex Racing. I saw moto YouTube. I always wanted to do YouTube, and then I was like, man, I should make videos on these games. Started doing it, and look where we are now. So okay, I just absolutely pegged my head off the top of that. Oh man, that was like the most frustrating thing to happen in a battle, when you were like battling someone and you overshot that jump a little bit, and boom, you'll whack your head off of the top. But man, I can't hit hot laps. I can barely stay on the track. Okay, well, at least I stayed on the track, right? Definitely wasn't a fast line, but we didn't go off track, we didn't go down, and we're coming to the end of the race. So clearly I haven't lost. Well, I feel like a total goon, and I rode like a total goon the whole time, but it's not like we're a complete bot. We're still beating the all-time AI, no problem. And I would do like 30-second down challenges on these guys in a 3-lap race. It was so much fun. Reflex, man, the memories. That's all I can say. The memories. I had a ton of fun doing this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button for me. Before I end it though, I want to see if we can check some leaderboards. I do. So I actually don't even think the leaderboards are going to work, or do they? So the leaderboards do work, and our fastest lap on Pine Top was actually a 1:45.16. So I was right in saying that anything under a 1 minute and 50-second lap time is pretty quick. But that's where we're ending it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in another video. Peace out.